Hey everybody, this is The Truth Hurts TV. Like and subscribe, and let's kick it. Today I want to talk about free will. Let's define terms. Free will is free and independent choice or voluntary decision. Understanding free will is vital in understanding our present paradigm. Once you process the idea of free will, it should open up many doors and allow you to better navigate your decisions. In the Garden of Eden, we get a first-hand example of free will. Although the Most High assured Adam of his demise if he ate the fruit of a certain tree, he allowed that critical decision to be Adam's to make. It's because Adam was to be a unique creation with the ability to be the sole possessor of his fate through free will. The Creator could have stepped in, stopped Eve, but the Creator from the start decided man would have 100% free will. And that's actually quite intimidating when you think about it. You are the sole controller in charge of your temple. Whatever you become was through your decisions, even if those decisions were manipulated. Back in that garden, what happened? How did Satan get Eve to sin? By manipulating her decision making. You see, your decision making is yours, but it can be manipulated. In fact, the only way sin can happen, the only way you can truly be responsible for the sin is if you have free will. Our free will has been compromised since the beginning. You see, there was a time when the deceiver, the tempter, roamed the planet affecting man's free will. Now it's done through technology. Yeah, the prince of the air. So radio waves, sound waves, gamma rays, microwaves, etc. Anything that travels through air is Satan's. Since Satan isn't omnipresent, he uses the air. He rides the wave. He resides in technology. But what does this have to do with free will? Everything, since this is what we use every day and it attacks us. Do you realize how much of your reality is derived through cell phones, television, music, and other technologies? Almost all of it. Through fallen angel technology, man has been reduced to such a low state. Education, laws, social mores are the main culprit. These constructs affect our ability to utilize free will most profoundly. To explain in depth would require the introduction of consent. And consent is a whole video by itself. In our physical universe, everything has to obey the law of karma. Everything. You don't plant an apple tree and get oranges. Whatever you plant, that's what will grow. That's how things work in life. I'm not really talking about Eastern thought when I speak of karma. Yet, reaping what you sow, same principle. That being said, if someone gets your consent through your free will, they absolve themselves of that karmic retribution. Only in the physical sense though. Meaning, they're in the win now mode. There will be consequences when the Father returns, because what's done in the dark always comes to the light. I say this because our controllers, those people who pull the strings like the wizard on the Wizard of Oz, understand this too well. They know if we ever discover our true power, that being free will, the gig will be up. They set about creating your reality for you, fooling you into thinking you're expressing your free will daily. And you are. It's just been manipulated. Satan's greatest trick wasn't fooling you into believing he didn't exist. It was fooling you into believing you're powerless and that your decisions you make are yours. Then he convicts you for making the decisions. You see, when you make a bad decision, it usually comes at a cost. That's not a punishment, that's a lesson. The dumber the decision, the more pain in the lesson. That's law. But I'm speaking on manipulated decisions. You know, like believing you have no choice but to sell drugs. That's a manipulated decision. Believing we have to follow laws that go against our morals or beliefs is a manipulated decision. When the Most High told Abram to leave the place he lived, it was because he didn't want Abram's decisions to be manipulated by the practices of those around him. You too have the ability to walk away from or stop doing certain things at any time. We, through the most clever manipulations, think we're trapped. It's like putting a rope on an elephant's leg. As long as you don't get him aroused, he'll stay tied. A trained elephant, that is. Sort of how we're trained. Trained to believe we're free. That's why the first thing they tell you in school is, you can be anything you want to be. Yeah, in this matrix. Just don't start thinking outside of it. That's why the best students become somebody. Just meditate on the idea of free will. Think about it deeply, and you'll see all the manipulations. I'm going to do a video on consent because these two concepts go hand in hand, and it's difficult to give the full process and how they trick us without consent. Free will and consent get to the very nature of our creation. Without it, none of us would be here. Well, that's it for now. Y'all enjoy your day or night. I'm out.